Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time, okay? Welcome to any new subscribers. Welcome to my beautiful subscribers who are already here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys, okay? Thank you so very much for coming, and thanks for coming back, okay? I truly appreciate you guys and your support and just watching. Even if you don't like, it's fine. But I would appreciate the likes. But everything that you do for the channel, even just you taking the time to watch, is so appreciated, okay? So we got this Earth Star Chakra energy right here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're in a very grounded place, okay? We're experiencing some sort of like paradigm shift, okay? This is the Ascended Masters, okay? We're experiencing this beautiful paradigm shift at this time, okay? Going through a transformation as a collective is what I'm getting, okay? This energy, okay? So Thursday and Friday, like after I got done recording, I just passed out, okay? I was so tired, and it didn't occur to me that the 111 portal was coming up on Saturday. And then there's this full moon that is today. And all of that energy together is bringing in something so beautiful, this very big paradigm shift, you know. But this paradigm shift that's coming in, it's more of a focus on like, you know, how are we thinking as a collective? How are we thinking about ourselves? How are we thinking about our connection to the divine? You know, there are a lot of different people who are like questioning their life themselves, questioning God even, and trying to figure out like how it all fits together and how it all goes together, you know. And last night I was watching this video where somebody was reacting to a lot of different like spiritual type of shorts, you know. And it's really funny how there's like this difference, you know, like where either they're just like totally on this end of the spectrum and they like, you know, have totally convinced themselves that God isn't real, and like they have made themselves the God of their own lives. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where they're just like too much involved, you know. Not to say that there's even a such thing as being too much involved in the energies of God, you know, but it's to the point where they're kind of guilty about everything that they do, or they feel like they have to, you know, be more than human, you know. At the end of the day, you are exactly the way God made you, just perfect, just like that, okay? Even with all your imperfections and all your shortcomings and all of your, you know, mistakes or issues or whatever it is you might be able to create in your reality that makes you feel like, you know, you're not good enough, you know. So it's like, and when I seen that, because I seen two totally different ones that made me think that thought, you know, and I said, oh, okay, Spirit, I see why the balance is so important. It's so important that you have that balance between the two, where you know that God dwells within you and you hold that beautiful divine power, but also where you know that you're human. At the end of the day, you make mistakes, and you're not always going to understand everything, and you're not always going to pick up everything right away. But you know, now is the time for you to be very graciously receptive of this beautiful, divine, passionate type of energy that's coming in. And also on that note of people being on totally different ends of the spectrum when it does come to God, or to their balance, or to the way that they connect with themselves, or to the way that they're adjusting to this paradigm shift, is very important that you know that Spirit is standing your ground for you as much as possible at this time. You know, you are here to ground more of this beautiful light and love, and that's exactly what's going on. And it might seem like the world is just spiraling into this very dark place where nothing's going to be able to be fixed, or nothing's ever going to work out, but that's why your faith is so important. That's why your balance is so important. You are a healer. You are here to have this very beautiful and creative expression that you share out with the world, you know. And your love for yourself, you spreading this love, you embracing this paradigm shift, you embracing any and all transformations, you grounding that kind of powerful energy really does a lot for our environment and for all of those other people who are kind of confused and don't quite know where they're going. Because at the end of the day, we're all connected to that energy of oneness. Whew. So they're coming out strong, and I like that. Okay, we got hopelessly devoted to you. So the ascended masters are hopelessly devoted to us as a collective, making sure that we know the truth. This says First Esdras, chapter 4, verses 13 through 27. It says truth is the only thing that endures and it will prevail forever. Okay, we got living untethered. I feel like you are living untethered. You're not attached to any one way of being, and that's really healthy for you. And people kind of come out of religion and they really kind of get confused and they don't know where to go. The key is to go into that dark place or into that place of confusion and to find clarity within yourself and within the divine that guides you. You know what I mean? It's like when people are in this place where they're dealing with all of these twisted lies and they're taking these journeys to the media and they're listening to all of these different things. Like, it's very important to keep your boundaries and your balance intact, because there is a lot of things, a lot of energy being moved around, being shifted. But you're supposed to go into that dark, which is what I was saying. You're supposed to go into that time of confusion where you don't know everything and the media is not being very clear about what's going on in the 3D world. And you're supposed to find light in that. You're supposed to embrace those magic changes in your life and not let it turn you away from God or against everything that is divine and beautiful within you. It's supposed to strengthen you and make you stronger. And I think this is something that you really do understand about your journey, even if this is just an understanding that you're just stepping into, or an understanding. This is something you're like starting to grasp. Oh, we got trust your innocence. Okay, that fell off the bottom of the deck, but I was putting it back down because I'm gonna do like a blind pull. Okay, I'm gonna do like a blind pull, or just shuffle and just cut it and just put the first row down, and then I'm gonna pull the overall energy. And because I was like, ooh, that sounds like fun. Okay. So we got the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like, first of all, you can have some issues with your family, because that's kind of what I heard, But I think that Spirit doesn't want you to focus on that. I feel like when it does come to your family, you are the one who is fighting for them, even if they're lost, even if they're confused, even if they don't know who they are, even if they're like the shittiest person ever. You are the divine being in that bloodline. It's your job to pray over your bloodline, to pray for the betterment to pray for a better outcome for your future, to manifest that into being with everything that you have, and really have the faith and the hope that this is able to happen. But what's going on with their energy, like specifically? How are you seeing them? Or what is the advice that you have for them at this time? We got surrender. So just surrender to this beautiful changes, to the paradigm shift. You could be a life path number 4 or 8. And we got the heart chakra with unfurling back to love, Put as much love in your life as you can and surrender. Like, surrender all of, any feeling that you may have that relates or correlates to negativity. A lot of things could be like boiling up for you. You could be low on energy, you could have a lot of things on your mind. You could be wondering, like, why am I thinking about so many different things, because there's like, it's like they said, like a review. Okay, it's like some sort of review of your progress up until now, in order for you to fully be open with that energy of love, to embrace these energies that have come into you. So just surrender at this time. Okay, like, don't fight against it. Don't make it too hard on the divine. Take that time to yourself and really get, I want to say, acclimated to this new, it's not really new energy, but it's like just I think it's just new to you. You know what I mean? So it says trust, letting go of control, free flow, receptivity, yin energy, inner knowing, intuition, synchronistic opportunities, and getting out of your way. Okay. It says the path of least resistance, allowing who you naturally are to flourish. Okay. So let me see. So the divinatory meaning says, loosen your hold on the reins and know the universe will catch you. Trust even through even though things are not as you imagined, stay poised and, okay, stay poised and aligned with your purpose. At the last minute, the situation will reveal its magic, and it's funny because I said those magic changes, there is a lot of beautiful magic changes coming into your life. Okay, what else? Okay, we got two. We got the water keeper and we got how are you really, okay? So like I said, a lot of this is the time for you to be checking in with yourself, checking in with your emotions, Maybe you might be holding back your emotions a little bit, and this is the time where spirit's trying to make you very aware of something. You could feel like, somebody's got their spell book out and they're trying to play with your energy, but nobody has that kind of access to your energy. So if things are popping up, if you do find yourself thinking about certain people that don't like you or that don't care about you or whatever, however you feel that they might feel, like take the time to address that, to ask the divine to change your thinking on that person, on that situation, on your life. Really check in with yourself. Are you really truly happy? Do you feel like you're doing what you're destined to do? Are you in a place in life where you want to be? Like, take this time to focus on your priorities and make sure that those are the things that are standing out. Those are the things that you're putting all of your energy into. Okay, we got sleeping with demons and we got amazing ability, and this takes me back to that family type of energy, like I feel like you have been surrounded by some very dark type of energies, but it's just because you have these beautiful, amazing abilities. Somebody could be kind of skinny because it says long necks and tails, relatively small brains, okay? So somebody could actually be hitting that spell book, but it just doesn't have any effect on you. And this is not what your ascended masters want you to focus on. If you feel it, that type of energy, and you feel like that's what's going on, fine. Say a few prayers about it and move on from it, really pay attention to why certain things are popping up in your mind, and really be very smart and strategic about how you're dealing with these things. But most importantly, just surrender to the divine, because they really do walk you, they grab your beautiful hand and they walk you right through any and everything that you may go through, okay? Now is the time to flex the power of positive thinking. It is extremely powerful, okay? To just be positive, to just look on the bright side, to just be optimistic, okay? That burns any negative or lower vibrational energy right out of your field, your energetic field, okay? So take this time to examine your vibrational essence. And I know that you could be kind of quick to getting irritated, that's how I am in a transformation anyway, like it takes me a second sometimes, depending on what it is that spirit's trying to get me to deal with, or what they're trying to get me to change my perspective on, because I can be a little bit stubborn. But I try to keep it all very positive, but they're just saying, like, at the end of the day, make sure that your kindness shines through the most, okay? Don't lose your mind at this time. It says, unfortunately, the ungodly have no concept of God's plans, so you could be receiving some sort of like judgment, or having people look at you weird, because like I said, a lot of people are like on completely different ends of the spectrum, like they just really aren't in a place of balance. So when they see you sitting in this beautiful balance, when they see you surrendering over and over again and standing your ground no matter what happens, when they see you keeping your divine passion alive, it could be something that makes people feel very upset. They feel some type of way about you, and they don't understand the way you walk or the way that you're going, because they're not as godly as they think they are, Look, your story's sad to tell and ugly love, okay? It says there's just no getting over you, People are having a problem getting over you because they have shifty souls, okay? So they're not experiencing the beautiful return of energy that you're experiencing, right? Because you give out kindness, you give out love, you're emotionally mature, and you know how to stop and check in with yourself and make sure that everything is going, everything's on the up and up. And I feel like these people are getting a return of this ugly love. They're getting a return of all of these, like, sad stories and negative energies that they created to attack you, but really it's coming back to them because they are a shifty soul, okay? They are people who act fraudulently and try to deceive woes, okay? So, let's see. we got the Three of Cups. Okay, so now is a time of celebration. Like, celebrate this beautiful energy that's coming into you. You know, I feel like maybe you're a little bit too hard on yourself and you feel like, you know, you always have to like work at it, but this is not something you always have to work at all the time. Yes, they're saying they're bringing up some spiritual work and things for you to face, but it doesn't have to feel like work. You know, I really love when I feel that feeling that spirit wants to talk to me. Okay, like I get out my little cards and I'd be like, all right, spirit, let's talk. You know, I really look at my shadow work more as a conversation between me and the divine. And I really love the opportunity for them to point out something else that I need to heal or something else it's time for me to face, because that means that I am ascending. You know, if you were just like constantly sitting in the same place dealing with the same problem or the same, you know, problem or issue going on within yourself, then that would mean that you're stuck in a cycle or you're holding on to too much water that you can't release. And that may be true for some of you guys, but I don't get that feeling. I get that feeling that just like me, my beautiful soul family is on their shit. You guys are doing your job. You are focused on the right things. And so that's what makes this time such a time of celebration, even if things seem a little bit hard on one day or another. You know, we got the Warden of Crystals or this Queen of Pentacles type of energy. I feel like you understand that your wealth, your worth within yourself is very tied to this water energy, very tied to your emotions. And also is this energy of like, if your emotions aren't straight, then you're not attracting as much as you would normally attract when you're in that beautiful, happy energy. So just make sure that you pay much attention to that and kind of like don't get down on yourself or feel sad just because things don't work out. If things don't work out, trust and believe it's usually for a good ass reason, okay? Yeah, we got temperance. You know, now is the time to stay tempered, and like I said before, to find that balance, to find that place within yourself, you know what I mean, where you are meeting God halfway. Look what's between the two temperance cups, you know, that beautiful energy of water. It's like you are taking the time to pour into your own cup, or this is something that you need to do at this time in order to embrace this paradigm shift. We got the Five of Cups. You know, you could be feeling a little bit sad. You know, you could be feeling the urge to cry about certain things, and baby, please just cry. Okay, cry it out. I'm a big crier. Okay, I tell y'all all the time, I'm such a crybaby. You know, but I really don't see any problem with expressing my emotions in that way. I never have, because it's always made me feel much better after I have that time of expression, you know. And I used to think I needed other people to talk to or other people to cry to, and I just never really did, you know. And I think that's one of the best things that I have learned about myself. And I think this is a realization that you're coming into too, you know, just how soothing, how comforting your ascended masters and, you know, angels and ancestors really can be for you, how much they can really be there for you, and they are there for you no matter what it is that you feel you may be going through. And there's definitely this energy of certain things that you're not necessarily seeing, you know. And this Two Cups right here gives me the Two of Cups, gives me this energy of love. Maybe you're thinking about past love connections that have gone on down the river, and maybe in the past you had a tendency to look at yourself like it was all your fault whenever anything goes wrong. Like, you always end up being the one being sad, where it seems like people are very happy and they're moving on down, you know, going with the flow and going on with life and being more successful and more happy or whatever than you. And that's just not the case, you know. That's that laugh now, cry later energy. It's a good thing you was doing all that crying, because now it's time for you to laugh and celebrate, okay? Yeah, we got the Fool, okay? Pack your bags. You're going on an all expenses paid vacation, okay? Pack your fucking bags, baby, and get ready to take this next step in the journey with spirit, because it's going to be so beautiful, okay? Like, you have no idea what is coming in for you specifically, you know. I think a lot of people get too hung up on the collective, on what's going on outside of us, on what, you know, the social media is saying, and on what the fake ass news is saying, and on what's going on, what's in the sky, what's gonna blow up next. You know, it's like this perpetuated energy of fear and panic that they're trying to keep going, because that is how they feed off of us. So it's very important that you stay in this happy energy of celebration, that you flex the power of positive thinking, that you don't feed into the narrative that you need to be scared or you need to be afraid, because as long as God is on your side, you don't have shit to be afraid of except him. Okay? Yeah, we got the Eight of Pentacles, which says patience right here. So I think your patience is very important, but also I feel like you've put a lot of hard work into yourself. You could have some sort of new job. You could be self-employed, or you could have been working on building a business this entire time, but also you've been building your reputation. You've been working on your craftsmanship. You've been, taking your business or whatever it is you put all your time into to a higher level of quality, okay, that cannot be competed with or copied or duplicated. Okay, what's the Three of Cups and the Warden of Crystals? We got the Knight of Cups. Okay, so whatever it says, creative expression, and this is what I'm saying, but it also says romantic proposals, because the Knight of Cups can represent someone coming to offer you love, and that's what I was saying. You could be receiving some sort of love offer that's going to feel like a huge leap of faith, but I think that would work out very well for you. It's okay for you to trust your emotions or your feelings or your intuition, even if things don't necessarily work out. You're going to always be able to tell very quickly if it's going to work out for you or not. Just don't be afraid to take any actions. Continue to follow your heart, because this is what is attracting what it is that you need in a man or a woman, and also what is attracting whatever it is that you need in your career. But your surrender is the most important thing to helping your guides usher this new energy into you. What's Warden of Crystals and the Temperance? We got the Nine of Pentacles, okay? Boosting your independent wealth is what they are doing for you at this time. And they just want you to embrace your independence, to get excited about your success, to be excited about the future of the world, to be excited knowing that you are doing all this hard work in order to improve the lives of your children and all of the other children in this world, Like, they deserve for us to pass them down something better. They deserve for us to pass down these very responsible traits, to teach them how to manage their emotions, to allow them to express themselves. It's like they're attacking gentle parenting too. Gentle parenting is being attacked, It's like there's a difference between gentle parenting and just letting your kids walk all over you and do whatever it is that they want to do, Because I'm a parent who used to whip my kids, okay? So I know the difference between the two. This could be a thing for you, okay? Like, people could be like judging the way that because I was talking about family earlier, your family could be judging the way that you raise your kids, or they could have they could feel some type of way about your kids, feel like your kids are spoiled, or your kids are not being taken care of properly or whatever. Raise your fucking kids exactly how you feel like raising your kids. They just mad because you're not beating the shit out of your kids and causing trauma and keeping this same behavior that they pass down to you going. Where people go wrong is they try to do gentle parenting, but they don't do the healing within themselves, so they're still passing down these very nasty, toxic behaviors, and then they're not whooping their kids ass when their kids are exhibiting those behaviors. You know what I'm saying? They're just allowing it. This is like, it's like a thin line. You just have to be very careful when it does come to your children, and allow them to make their decisions, and that doesn't mean allow them to run you, or teach them to be negative, or teach them to be rude, or teach them that they can do whatever the fuck they want out here, okay? That's not what it means. What's Temperance and the Five of Cups? Okay, we got the Ten of Swords. Okay, so there's an ending coming to, like, something that has to do with the children. Okay, it's talking about backstabbing and betrayal. Of course, it's the Ten of Swords, but it's this bitching and bad mouthing and bitterness. Okay, like, I feel like people feel like you're some sort of doormat, not only for your children, but some sort of doormat that they can walk over to. But I feel like you already had that place where you've experienced rock bottom, and you're only going up from here. Like, these people are blind to their own wealth, so they don't see the wealth within you, and they don't see that beautiful wealth that you're nurturing and building within your kids. So don't fucking worry about what they think, And if you don't have kids, then that part just wasn't for you. But it needed to be said. What's the Five of Cups and the Fool? Okay, we got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so beautiful and amazing, prosperous type of energies have come into you. You could be about to experience some sort of financial new beginning. You could be about to get a raise, okay, or something of this nature. And everything that's coming in for you is being very protected, like I said before. Excuse me. So continue to stand up for your beliefs and know that the ascended masters are fighting in your corner. They're very protective of you and what it is that you have to offer, or whatever energy it is that you carry out in this world. It's very important. It's so necessary. Even if you never talk to another person, told you this so many times. Just you surrendering and celebrating and looking forward to how your life is going to go makes a tremendous difference in this collective, because there's not very many people who are thinking in that way. Okay, what's the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles? We got study. Okay, so you could be called to like some certain line of study. Okay, but study's going under the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe studying certain parts of you. How do you respond to things? Doing some reading and some research and educating yourself on your own behaviors. Sometimes like, we have certain things within our psyche that we have yet to self-diagnose, because you really don't need anybody else to like diagnose you unless it's like really dire or really serious, but if you pay enough attention to yourself, if you call out these certain things within yourself, sometimes it's PTSD, or there's some sort of trauma, or there's some sort of heartache or something that you need to deal with, that comes from a long time of being met with these endings and defeat, a long time dealing with a lot of people backstabbing and betraying you. It can build up these different things within yourself that you have to then break down in order to even find the forgiveness to get over those things. So continue to be very investigative about your life and about your energy in that way, because this is really helping you to gain a lot of confidence and clarity about your career, or where it is that you want to go next professionally. Okay, what's the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords? We got writing. Okay, you could be a writer, or you could be an automatic writer is what I'm hearing. Automatic writing could be very good for you. You asking questions to the divine. In what ways could I stand to surrender? Like, what parts of my life do you need me to surrender in? I heard all of them. Okay, but just to get very specific answers. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to think of specific questions, but they're saying like, surrender in all areas of life, surrender to the joy and the happiness that we're trying to bring in. That's really all that you have to do. And know that you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write, or the words that you say, the way that you express yourself, the beautiful energy that you have to offer, that you carry out here in this world. Like I said before, it's highly important and it's needed. It's so necessary. Don't ever think nobody needs you, baby, because I need you. Okay, just know that I need you. I need you to survive. Okay, I pray for you, you pray for me. We're all a part of God's body, period. Okay, we got counseling. Okay, so it says you heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathic ear. And I feel like for a very long time, like, you felt like you had to be this empathic ear, but I think it's just a really big part of your calling, and now you're realizing like when to set those boundaries. Like I showed you earlier, you're very good at setting up boundaries and keeping people from dumping all of their sad energies onto you, because you already had that time where you're sad, and now you already had that time where you were crying, and like I said before, and now you're laughing. And there's a lot of people who are now ready to do all of this crying and they think that you're supposed to be the empathic ear that is supposed to listen to them and absorb all of their energy, because that's what they're used to. They're used to getting an energy cleanse just by coming and like trauma dumping onto you, but they don't have that kind of access to you anymore. So the Ascended Masters are saying continue to focus on your art, or whatever it is that you are creating. Continue to embrace these energies of freedom and continue to attract this infinite abundance, because it is your justice. You work so hard for it. And if you don't feel like, you're excelling the way you should be excelling, don't worry about nothing. As long as you're doing your divine journey, practice makes perfect. Okay? You just get better and better at whatever it is that you put your time and energy into. And that's how you have always been. So just surrender to the beautiful changes that are coming in for you at this time, okay? Because they're gorgeous. What's study and writing? We got guided by love, okay? So also, if you are a writer, okay, whatever you write, the things that you do is very guided by love, but you don't have to necessarily be a writer in order for this to make sense. You know, there's everything in this background, okay? There's ascended masters, there's angels, there's fairies, there's plants, there's a dragon, there's, you know, the sun, okay? There are so many different energies that are backing this person, you know, while this person is by the river going with the flow, you know what I mean? Embracing everything that the divine has to offer, or everything that the divine is giving to them. You know, there's this crane right here bringing her this message, this scroll, you know. You're so guided by love, and you're receiving a lot of messages on exactly what it is you need to do, or exactly what it is you need to work on, or exactly what it is that needs to be changed in order for you to remain in alignment with this beautiful celebratory type of energy, in order to remain in alignment with that beautiful future that you see for yourself and for your children if you have them. So just pay much attention to what's going on with you. When you take that time to surrender, when you find that time to sit in the stillness, you know, sometimes, sometimes you're busy, right? And the minute you get that time to sit down, it's like the channeled messages come pouring in, you know, all of a sudden you're thinking about all of these different things that you want to try, all of these new ideas. Oh, you know what you want to write next, or you know what you want to do with your career next, or you know something, because it takes is just a moment or two of you to yourself, taking that time to just be. That is the best act of surrender that you could show to the divine. And I'm kind of giggling a little bit, because that's what my yoga video was saying, you know, the video I was going along with. You know, there's the yoga pose called Shavasana, where you just lay on your back and you just be, okay? And maybe you should try that, okay? Just laying down and just be. Just being, just laying there and trying your hardest not to think anything, or thinking only divine thoughts. Take that time to lay and just be with yourself, to be with God, to say, you know, thank you so much, God. Thank you, you know, guides and ancestors, angels, and all the energies that guide me with all this beautiful love energy. You know, show them your appreciation and your gratitude for them and all that they do in your life. Sometimes that's the only act of surrender that's needed for them to come in and boost your divine passion. It's all about whatever works for you, or whatever you feel intuitively guided to do. I can only come with a whole bunch of suggestions, you know, but whatever you do, tending to your love is very important at this time, because that's what this says. And it just has her sitting by this tree, you know. She's kind of surrounded by lotus flowers, and there's pomegranates in the tree, which makes me want to tell you about a pomegranate. Give me a second. So the pomegranate symbolizes fertility, okay? It also symbolizes death, you know. It says it was known as the fruit of the dead, because it was said to have come from the blood of Adonis in ancient Egypt. Pomegranates were buried with the dead to help them pass to the afterlife. But pomegranates also represent resurrection, okay? They represent the promised land. They represent righteousness, okay? It says they can represent the church, they represent power, and they represent love, okay? So right now, take that time to tend to your own loving nature, okay? To allow yourself to be guided by this love, because none of it matters if you don't surrender to it, if you're not telling your guides, okay, yeah, I'm open to this. I open my energy to this beautiful love that you're guiding me with. You know, we got awakening the child. So this energy of you having more fun, okay, in order to aid the expanse of your soul, okay? It says authentically you, okay? And you are unfolding. So you are unfolding to this more beautiful, authentic version of yourself. And also, I think you're receiving some sort of throat chakra upgrade, okay? Because she's got these birds flying out of her throat chakra, okay? And it says the power of your voice. So So don't be afraid to express yourself or to stand up for yourself or to say what it is that you really need or to communicate with your guides how you really are. Like, be very vulnerable and open with them at this time so they can come in and bring you the energy that you need. They can bring you the help that you need. I don't want to complain. You might feel like it's a problem for you to talk to the divine in that way, that it makes you sound ungrateful, or that it makes you seem like you don't appreciate everything that God does for you or everything that you have. But that's just not the case. That type of energy where you're stressed or you're worried and you need to express yourself, it has to go somewhere. And they're saying, like, it's safe in our hands. That's what the Ascended Masters are saying. Give it to us. We're guiding you with this beautiful energy of love. We love you and every part of you and everything that comes with you. That's gorgeous. Okay, it's about to make me cry. Let me get this. What's the final thoughts on this? Let me get 2 cards for the final thought today, too. One little one and one moon card we can read. What's the final thought for them? We got dark moon, okay? It says, spend time in contemplation and meditation in order to seek greater understanding of yourself and those around you, okay? So there's, like I was saying before, they're bringing something in from the dark, bringing in a lot more of your star power with this Aquarius energy. It says the time is right for celebrating life and make the most of parties, gatherings, and other social opportunities, okay? And I said you need to have much more fun, okay? Okay, what's the other half of the final thought here? We got last quarter moon in Cancer with take a breather, okay? So it's okay to take a breather. It's okay to relax, okay? It's okay to take a step back. And y'all think I be wanting to take those long ass breaks I be taking. Spirit be like, take a break. And I immediately am like, how long? Like all week? 2 weeks? A month? I be like really not happy at first with the break, but I always feel so much better when I come back. Like I really do notice a difference between, that time where I'm super stressed out and I'm just like, I've been working at this, I've been working on the railroad all the live long day, like I notice the difference of when I'm kind of stressed out and bogged down with, like, I'm allowing my divine purpose to be something that's heavy rather than taking that break and coming back at it with a fresh perspective, and that's just like so important, especially if you do something like what I do where you work with other people. It's very important that you have that time to yourself and that you go deeper within yourself and break through any tensions that you might have within yourself. Like I said, a time to reflect on your priorities, but also having this beautiful trust that all is well, that now is a time for you to shine. But it's very important that you honor your feelings and that you release your control, or that you surrender, so that these things can have the best possible outcome that you could even, fathom, okay? So last quarter moon in Gemini. Cancer, okay. So it says sometimes situations start with much promise and then get fatigued or fizzle out. This is normal. If a situation is dragging on and everyone is becoming far too sensitive, it might be time to take a breather. Is this still what you want? If a situation is slipping away from you, it could be due to self-doubt or because too many people are trying to get their own way. If you're struggling to find a balance with a VIP in your life or a personal or professional connection, it may be time to show your feelings, okay? It says the manifesting mix. There could be a clash here caused by everyone wanting to be the leader. Give the situation some air, or that paradigm shift with that was the air energy, Like, give the situation some air, meaning sometimes you have to change the way that you're thinking about this situation. You have to change the way that you're thinking when you come into working with a team or when you come into working with others. Yeah, we know you're the leader, but you don't always have to be in a leading position in order to lead, okay? Sometimes you just got to lead by example. Sometimes you just have to lead by the example that you're a team player, that you can work this position until you get into your leading position. and not feel like, you know, you're in a place because, like, don't come in with the self-doubt. Don't feel like, oh, I'm here because, you know, I'm not good enough. You know what I mean? Like, fuck no, you're amazing. You got this shit down, okay? And don't let nobody tell you anything different. And I think spending that time to yourself and having that time of surrender is going to really bring much more awareness to your beautiful independent wealth. It's like they want to offer you this offer of love when it comes to the way that you think about yourself and to your career. And also show you how to offer a bit more love to others through them showing a lot more love to you. It says manifesting mindset. It says you need to stop and revive. Emotional fatigue is as dangerous as physical fatigue. If it becomes long term, okay, so it's just as dangerous. Emotional fatigue is as dangerous as physical fatigue if it becomes long term, you know, and that's what I was saying. Take that time to deal with anything that you may be feeling. It's better to take a break rather than to carry this emotional issue over this long period of time, and then it becomes a bigger thing than it needs to be. I heard nip it in the bud, you know, just nip it in the bud. When you feel that stress, when you feel that anxiety, when you feel certain thoughts boiling up, nip it in the bud by surrendering and facing that thought, saying your prayers, and having that trust and faith that it's being handled. It says, see the beauty in life to refresh your heart. Okay, so it says the affirmation is love is all there is, and I am love. Okay, it says, so that's it. That's it. Love is all there is, and I am love, okay? That's where I want to stop that at. So I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, okay? That you got something that you needed out of this. Congratulations on your beautiful upgrades and this shift that's happening in your life. I just love it for you, okay? And I'll see you later, my love. Bye.